This week on Shorthand, we're joined by comedian Naomi Spungen. So you almost don't need to say
Oh, right,
anything.
the robot. Yeah.
Register 9.
I always like to go, I had a kind of a running joke that customers always hated, but every time it would say, like, register 7, I'd go, who said that? It was like the first time I'd ever heard it. It's not funny.
Hey there, if you're listening or watching this, thanks so much for checking it out. This is Shorthand Animated Improv, and kind enough to join us on this week's episode is Naomi Spungen. Naomi and I met at I.O. in level 4 of their improv program. She's a blast to improvise with. She's very supportive on stage. She's very funny. In our improv takes together for this podcast, we had to take a few breaks just to catch our breath from laughing. It was a blast. If you know Naomi, the first thing you probably noted about her is her signature laugh. It's very distinct and it's very contagious. And it's always just easier to get along with someone when they have a disarming laugh like Naomi has. Naomi considers herself mostly a stand-up comedian, and she could be seen doing her really unique brand of stand-up comedy all over Chicago. She's at Shuba's for just about every show they put on, including featuring in a lot of their showcases. Naomi is currently hosting and producing a show. It's called Just Us Gals. It's been running since June at the Sleeping Village in Logan Square. It's every Wednesday at 8 p.m. It's a great mix of stand-up comedy, sketch, indie musicians, and more. It's quite frankly one of the best variety shows running in the city right now. It's just $7, and you get almost 3 hours of comedy. It's great. Check out their Facebook page. Just search for Just Us Gals. Again, it's every Wednesday, 8 p.m., Sleeping Village in Logan Square. Definitely don't miss that. We'll pick up the show when Naomi and I were just talking about the different jobs that we've held. She describes the fatigue that sets in while being a cashier.
That after a while, I would just stop speaking, like, altogether. Like, I wouldn't greet people. I wouldn't say anything in the transaction. I just kind of stare at them blankly.
Well, you have that display that tells you which register to go to, so you almost don't need to say
Oh, right,
anything.
the robot. Yeah.
Register 9.
I always like to go, I had a kind of a running joke that customers always hated, but every time it would say, like, register 7, I'd go, who said that? It was like the first time I'd ever heard it.
And I'm sure
It's not funny.
It's funny because you think it's funny. Because I'm the same way. I am my mom. That's who I am. And, like,
Oh, God.
she's that person. She's like, she'll just randomly say something and laugh to herself, and she doesn't care if you think it's funny.
Yeah.
And I'll do that in public to people like you, just strangers, and they're like, "What? Who?
Oh,
are
it's a
you?"
great policy. If you can like transcend the need for other people to think what you're doing is funny, then a world of possibility opens up.
Totally.
Where you can make a fool of yourself.
That's a limiting.
All over the place.
Yeah, that's a limiting thought for improvisers.
Yes.
It's like, you know, if you walk into a class, I've done this. I don't know if you have. Admittedly, I'll walk in. Maybe it's a brand new class, a new day I chose, and I'll see 2 people go up and crush it, and I'm like, oh God.
Fuck.
And my brain, I'm like, everyone here is so good.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Right.
And then I get on stage.
Yeah.
And be able to bust through that, like, you know what? This is like, fuck this.
Exactly.
Like, that's the best mindset.
And it's always so much better. Like, it's so self-sabotaging to, like, go up with the energy of someone who needs to be funny, or
it's
like
exhausting.
God, if you can just... The best people always in our class were the ones who just seemed like they were totally nihilistic about everything. Like, they had the people with the energy of, like, I have nothing left to live for, I don't care. Those are the people who, like, suddenly become really
They're
funny.
great, yeah.
You know?
They surrender to that in a way.
I never felt in improv like I could fully, like, surrender to that. I always felt like I was a little bit... I was just very, like, aware of what I was doing all the time. And intimidated by everyone else.
Rest in peace, John. I'll really miss him. He went too young. How did you know him?
Yeah, we worked together.
We were neighbors.
Yeah, I don't remember asking.
Okie dokie. I can see you have some grieving left to do, so I will leave you to it. Goodbye.
I'm sorry. I'm mourning. I feel very on edge.
Yeah, you must have known John really well. I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, we worked for Amazon. We were 2 of 20,000 employees working at the warehouse.
That's a very special relationship that you found one another in such a giant warehouse.
Well, when anyone dies, I like to go to the funeral.
That is a family company. Wow. I mean, my job, I don't think they'd even notice if I died.
What is it that you do? You're not wearing any pants, I saw.
I happen to think that the best way to mourn is to let it all hang out.
What's your name, son?
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Chansey. What about you? What's your name?
Bartholomew. Sorry, I'm crying. My cry sounds like a laugh, but I'm sobbing, as
sorry,
you can see.
Bartholomew, I know that you and John were close.
We used to go to so many funerals together.
Oh, you go to funerals together?
Yeah, oh, yeah, you work with 20,000 people. There's a couple deaths a day.
So you could basically not work. You just make an excuse that you were going to a funeral.
Pretty much. That was kind of the plan. We thought, they let us leave if we're going to somebody's funeral from the off. We called the warehouse the office.
Wow.
Every day we'd hit a few.
Hey, Bartholomew, are you on PTO right now?
PTO is in Special P, the street drug? Yes. I thought I was playing it cool.
Which Amazon do you...
Rainforest.